A descendant of giant killers, these bears have taken to a more low-key lifestyle. Their behavior is mysterious, and their appearance is alluring. But we're still only beginning to learn about this mountain climbing predator. This is the largest predator of the Andes, the spectacled bear.
Hi, I'm Danielle Dufault, and you're watching Animalogic. The spectacled bear, the Andean bear, the decorated bear, and Tremarctos ornatus are all names for one of the most handsome bears in the world. And their spectacles are probably their best feature, if I do say so myself.
The spectacled bear thrives in the cold Andes Mountains. But earlier this year, we got a chance to meet some animals who earn their living in even more frigid conditions. We put those stories together in an hour-long documentary where we explore the evolutionary adaptations of the astonishing animals who live in some of the Earth's harshest environments, the Arctic and subarctic. One of the species we feature is the wolverine. This tireless hunter can travel hundreds of miles in search of prey or carrion. Their amazing sense of smell helps them find buried animals several feet under the snow. You can learn more about them by streaming Strange Creatures of the Arctic right now, as well as over 3,000 other documentaries on Magellan TV. Plus, Animalogic viewers will get a 1-month free trial by clicking on the link in the description. And after you're done, keep watching Magellan TV for more amazing shows, with new documentaries being added every week. Thanks, Magellan TV! Spectacled bears are the closest living relatives of the largest bear that ever lived, the giant short-faced bear. Fossils of this behemoth have been found in California's La Brea tar pits. Another gigantic relative, the Florida cave bear, emerged in North America about 250,000 years ago.
But all the other members of the family died out, and today, the spectacled bear is the only living member of the short-faced bear family.
Spectacled bears can be up to 2 meters long and 1 meter tall on all fours.
They are one of the largest mammals in South America, and yet they're still one of the smallest bears in the world.
They typically weigh around 130 kilograms, which is pretty small compared to other bears, like the Kodiak bear, which can weigh up to a whopping 600 kilograms.
But despite its small size, it plays a huge role in South American folklore.
In Quechua, an indigenous language found in the Andes, this bear is known as Ucumari and acts as a mediator between the world of the living and the dead.
The most famous spectacled bear is Paddington, who traveled to England from darkest Peru. The jury's still out on whether wild spectacled bears are any good at making marmalade.
But they don't need to be famous to be easy to tell apart from other bears. Aside from their white spectacle-like fur, which allows scientists to identify each individual bear without marking them, these bears typically have dark fur which is dense, long, and coarse. Because they live in warmer climates than North American and European bears, their skin is very thin.
So please, try not to offend them when you bring up their massive heads, which are some of the largest relative to body size of all bears.
Only pandas make a run for their money in the Bear Big Head Tournament.
Spectacled bears are terrestrial, but are also good swimmers and especially great tree climbers.
They spend a great deal of their time in trees and are considered to be one of the most arboreal bear species in the world. They sometimes even build leafy platforms in the trees, used to sleep and feed. They can leave messages on trees for other individuals by using claw marks or signaling their path by marking leaves or trunks with urine.
But not every spectacled bear lives in the trees.
These bears are highly adaptable and are found in a wide range of habitats, including rainforests, paramos, and coastal scrub deserts across the Andean mountain range. Living mostly in the tropics, the food they need to survive is available year-round, so there's no need to hibernate.
Personally, I hope the spectacled bear never finds out that other bears hibernate. Can you imagine finding out that your cousins from abroad take a few months off every year to chillax?
Spectacled bears are omnivores, known to eat over 300 different kinds of plants and over 20 different kinds of insects and animals. Why order from the menu when you can sample from the entire buffet?
They actually eat so much fruit that they play an important role in their ecosystems, spreading seeds over long distances. These guys are real super spreaders.
They are actually the only bears to eat bromeliads, which can contain as much as a liter of water. Spectacled bears are also known for eating small vertebrates, such as mice, rabbits, birds, and even sloth and deer. They aren't picky and are able to take advantage of any food source available to them.
This is especially true when it comes to livestock. Every now and again, spectacled bears catch livestock like goats, calves, and chickens.
Up until the late 90s, the meat-eating behavior of spectacled bears was only a rumor. Local livestock farmers would awake to find their cattle had been attacked in the middle of the night and would blame the spectacled bear, but this was treated as part of local bear folklore. Eventually, the proof was in the blood pudding.
The first direct observation of a spectacled bear attack on cattle and subsequent feeding on a carcass was made in 1997 by a park warden in Chingaza National Park, Colombia.
This behavior has led to spectacled bear-human conflict even to this day. Though this species is vulnerable to extinction, and in most cases, killing these bears is illegal, farmers kill spectacled bears to protect their animals. Since 1973, the spectacled bear has been listed as vulnerable for the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. There are an estimated 20,000 bears from Venezuela to Bolivia, with Peru being the spectacled bear capital of the world with a population of 5,700.
It goes without saying, but spectacled bear cubs are adorable!
They're born defenseless and don't leave their mother's side during the first 3 to 4 months. But once they reach that age, they'll start to leave the safety of the den. The species is actually quite elusive. They're said to be shy and tend to avoid human interaction, which in turn has made them difficult for humans to study. They are said to only be aggressive when threatened, hurt, or protecting their cubs.
All the more reason to love this spectacular spectacled species. Try saying that 5 times fast. Spectacular spectacled species. Spectacular spectacled species. Spectacular. Wait. Nope. So what should we talk about next? Please let me know in the comments and be sure to subscribe for new episodes every week. Thanks for watching, see ya, and respect the specs.